with us, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Chicago and the famed Aragon Ballroom for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Peter. His opponent in the blue corner, please welcome the Giant.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here. A much-anticipated fight. Round one underway. Teddy, obviously we have a matchup that the fans love, power puncher versus power puncher, but if you're one of the two trainers, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about defense. If I can be a little bit better on defense, my power's not going away. I'm still going to be okay in that area.
And a smart counterpunch by the Giant. Now committing to that jab, straight hand, and it works out. Nice block by the Giant. Double jab by the Giant. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand.
Hit it out, hit it out.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Halfway through this round. Blocks that belt line well. Accurate counter punch by Peters. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Back up top he goes. Peters' corner will really need to get after that swelling. Putting him in position against the ropes. Good strong combo. Getting him into the place he wants to. That's against the ropes. Good scoring counter punch by the Giant. 10 clicks of the talk. Super two-punch combo by the Giant. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited, he can pick him off a little bit.
Accurate work. Three-punch combination serves him well. Oh, that's gotta hurt. The Giant's gotta be feeling foolish. Nailed by a counter punch. It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency. There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fighters over here, and the basketball players for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Halfway through round number 2. Able to counter that attack. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. That's a good block by the Giant. And a well-placed counter by Peters. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action. The kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
The Giants got some swelling that's now starting to show. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
Peters' cut man is going to need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get to this eye before the swelling's there. You got to put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Good defense, just covering up down low. Lands the counter. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautiful.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt his jab, when he's been sure of himself his jab, as you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Here we go with the 4th round. The Giant's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. He got hit, but he sends it right back. And there he comes back with the hook by Peters. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Able to show you his blocking ability. Good double jab by Peters. Accurate counter punch by Peters. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Blocks the headshot. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. And now you can start to see some blood coming from his nose. Sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. Way to block there. Comes right back at him with a left hand. What a good counter punch by Peters. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Peters. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. Throws a counter punch there. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
So the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counter punch landing by the Giant. Targeted counter punch by Peters. Oh, Peters is banged by a right hand.
Stay away from the inside.
And a smart counter punch by Peters. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. halfway through this round here. Solid counter punch by Peters. To dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. He's in a tough spot. There's no way around it. The eye is swelling so badly that we could see an end to this fight.
Yes, it is, but it's not an impossible spot. It's not a spot where fighters before him have not been in and have not survived and even won it. You look at Carmen Basilio when he fought the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, his eyes were closed. He found a way to win.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Good job fighting from the outside. Well, he knew it was a smart strategy to stay on the outside. He probably didn't know it was going to pay off this well, because he's just getting to his guy easily.
Oh, yeah, if he was in the casino, I'm telling you, it's all coming up cherries for him. But right now, if his opponent has any shot to hit that jackpot, he needs to move that head, move those feet, get inside.
Denies his opponent, comes with the overhand right. Good defensive skill with the block by the Cobra. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. The Giant's got a real acquired skill here, and that is the ability to pick your shots and land them.
So you hear the saying when people say, do you know what time it is? You have to know what time it is. He knows what time it is. He knows when to throw a certain punch.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Very clean offense from defense by the Giant. Peters is getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
And what a clever combination by the Giant. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Peters has got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Good scoring counter punch by Peters. So we've come to the halfway point of what has been a very highly competitive bout. And Teddy, if it stays that way throughout this night, then this is going to be an all-time classic. How about that exchange? Peters has got a real problem, and he knows it, because that eye is worsening, and if it seals all the way shut, if it's swollen that badly, we could see a stoppage in this fight.
Yes, we can. And right now, what should be seen is the corner of his opponent should see that advantage. And a fighter needs to see that advantage and be told that. And move to the right place. Move to the side and throw the kind of punches that can take advantage of that eye being closed.
You know, I thought he had quite a chance tonight, but I don't like what I see right now. Here he is, an outside fighter, and he's unable to do as he pleases.
And if he can't win on the outside, we already found out that he can't do it on the inside.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Halfway through the 7th round, and a sharp counterpunch by Peters. A little defense turns to offense by the Giant. Nice block by Peters. Peters has got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. He has to protect that eye.
Yeah, what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
And a smart counterpunch by the Giant. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
And he returns on that exchange. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Putting him in position against the ropes. Devastating blow by Peters. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Peters. Come to the end of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Boy, it's a very closely contested fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been, Joe, but it's going to be up now to the judges. Hopefully they have their eyes wide open because they're going to have to look really closely, not just at the action overall, but who's landed the cleaner, more effective punches.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it because it's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. And a smart counterpunch by the Giant. Way to block there. Able to get him up against the ropes. Devastating blow by Peters. Oh, good-looking two-punch combination by the Giant. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Clean offense from defense by Peters. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Peters. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a nonstop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
He got hit, but he sends it right back. Accurate counterpunch by Peters. Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right to the center ring, said hello.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Lands the counter. The Giants, I mean, you can tell by how committed he is at staying on the outside and just continuing to score like this, that he is employing a strategy that he really wanted to put forth.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit because he understood what kind of fight he was getting ready for. A guy who was very strong but very slow-footed. So he's making sure that he does not feed into his opponent's strengths, and he makes sure that he exploits his weaknesses.
And a good counter by Peters. Nice block by the Giant. A little defense turns to offense by Peters. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Peters. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. What a fight. What a great non-stop action fight this has been. And a sharp counter punch by Peters. Blocks it away. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Targeted counter punch by the Giant. Blocked by Peter. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Mark the counter punch by Peters. You can see what he's trying to do there. He wants to create space. A little push, a little shove. Why not? Get away from me. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. He gets rid of that body shot. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Well, this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
Blocked by the Giant. Now he's backing his man up against the ropes. Returns the favor with a right hand of his own. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Solid counter punch by Peter. Well off the mark by Peter. And for the official judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring.
Your winner, the Giant.
He's your winner by majority decision tonight.
You know, I know there's going to be an argument with me in the barbershop tomorrow because my barber's going to be saying, what were they watching? I agree with him. I don't know what the judges were watching.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us ringside.